Okay, we're going to be reviewing this little bitty Jazz camcorder, and 2 reviews in 1 week. Oh wow, all 10 of my subscribers are going to be surprised. Anyway, it's supposedly a really teeny little flash memory camcorder, you know, SDHC card up to 8 gigabytes, which is what I was looking for because I've been taking video on the camera I'm using now, which is basically just a standard point and shoot digital camera, and it takes really good video, but it only takes up to a 2 gigabyte card, so I'm limited to about 15 minutes. So I saw this and it's on sale for 20 bucks. I mean, really cheap, but is it going to take a really cheap picture too? Another thing I like about it is it records in AVI video format, which is a pretty widely supported format. It works on Windows Movie Maker, because I had a hard drive camcorder that would record in some sort of strange proprietary format that required hours of converting before you could even do anything with it and such like that. Anyhow, it can take 320 by 240 pixel video or 640 by 480, which is your standard definition TV, so no high def on this, but don't need it anyway. 4x digital zoom, and a little bitty 1.5 inch, actually 1.44 little screen on the side. So let's go ahead and open it up. And forgive my sniffling, I seem to have a summer cold. Come on. Alright, USB cable, TV out cable, language option selection, warranty card, camcorder, manual, stuff, blah. Anyway, okay, let's get it off of this thing. CD enclosed. Yeah, it comes with a ArcSoft media impression for uploading to YouTube. I don't ever really use stuff like that, so we'll just leave the CD in there. Oh, well, it fell out anyway. Yep, there it is. Alrighty. Comes with a little hand strap, taken off. Really light, really small. SD card slot on the bottom. Has the tripod connector right there. On the back here, underneath that rubber thing, you have your USB and your TV out. Squish that back up in there. Squish, come on. You came out of there, go back in there. Squish. To hell with it, leave it. 2 LED lights on the front. Runs on 3 AAA batteries, which go in there. Overall, so far the build quality doesn't seem to be that great, but see, that's macro and telephoto focus. There's your shutter, and there's the bitty little screen with your zoom controls. Also has some controls in here, presumably for navigating around and looking at the videos you've already recorded. Your power button is also in there, and a mode switch, which I'm assuming goes between still photo and video recording. Well, we'll leave that off for the time being. Okay, so a few of the features and a little walkthrough of the internal software on the camera. Oh, and I figured out how to get that back in there. Seems if you put this edge in first, kind of like that, it goes in a lot easier than trying to cram it in flat and give it a little pop, and in it goes. So, not too bad there. So let's turn it on. View the tiny little screen. Oh wow, that's not focusing very well. Oh, one moment. Ah, much better. Now, this is the video mode. You have your zoom in and zoom out right here. Zoom in and zoom out is a digital zoom, and it's also kind of slow to react. So let's ease it up here so we can try and zoom in on that speaker over there. So we press and hold it for a little bit, and let's say, oh, we want to stop there, and we let go of the button. Well, it keeps zooming because it doesn't seem to realize that you've stopped pressing the button. But it'll let you do one notch at a time if you press it one by one. And you can turn that beeping noise off if you feel like it. I just haven't got to it yet. Now, I have a 256 megabyte card in here, which is extremely small, but I was using my 2 gigabyte for, obviously, to take this video. So 256 gives you about 8 minutes worth of video. I've taken a little bit already. So now if you press the mode button over here, it goes into still picture mode, and you just hit the shutter and obviously takes a still picture. And it only takes VGA quality pictures, so it's not going to be a very good digital camera. Let's see, and then press mode one more time, and here's where you can look at whatever you've taken as far as videos or pictures. Use the D-pad over here to go and look at them. And let's go back to video mode. If you press OK while in video mode, it brings up a setup menu. That's where you can choose your movie size or set your sound's power frequency. I have no idea why you would want to. I guess if you're using it in a foreign country, really don't know. Power save when it shuts itself off. Date and time, obviously. Language, obvious. TV out, NTSC, or again, if you're in a different country, switch it out to that. And you can change your startup image, which is kind of interesting. So it doesn't have to say jazz every time you start it up. You can start it up to whatever you want, or nothing at all. And also to format the card or reset all your settings back to the factory. Now, if we hit OK again to exit, we hit menu, or mode, excuse me, and go into picture, I think, yeah, it gives us different resolutions to choose from. Now it is taking something else, VGA. I thought I told it to change. Yes. If you hit OK to enter the menu, and then you scroll down to something, and then you hit OK again, well, it exits the menu. You have to hit the right arrow button in order to get it to change. Driver mode. No idea what that is. Oh, self-timer, or multiple shots, effect. Yeah, you can put different colors on there. Like I said, not that you would want to use this as a digital camera, because it only takes a maximum of 640 by 480. So, not so good. Get out of that. Go back up to settings. Will it give us any different settings? No, it looks like the settings menu is the same for everything. Well, let's get out of that and hit mode one more time to go into our picture viewer or movie viewer. If you hit OK, you can choose to lock it so you can't delete it by mistake, delete it, slideshow, or add an effect to it. Whoops, darn, I hit the OK button again. Come on. Yeah, or add an effect to it after you've taken the picture. So, you can also choose different contrasts and such. If you feel like it, to try and tweak it a little bit. Whoop, whoop, go back up. And settings are still the same here. So, come on, get out of that. Alright, now let's say you want to play yourself a video like that one. You don't press OK, you press the shutter button, which is on top. And it starts playing on the little bitty screen. And it does have a speaker built in, obviously, that you can hear it beeping at you. It's over on that side right there. Now, that's about all as far as the features on the camcorder software, whatever operating system, I don't know what you want to call it. Basically the stuff you can access through here. Features as far as the actual camera goes, like I said earlier, it has a 4x zoom, has a little light on the front, and those two little holes right there I think are the microphone. That I'm not entirely sure what it is, maybe some sort of light sensor. Yeah, that's actually metal. Everything else is plastic, but that's nice, actually metal. Like I said, it takes 3. And that pretty much does it for the features on this thing. Yeah, as you can see, this camera takes a lot better picture. No blurring, colors are much brighter. Okay, now we're going to go for a little walk in the yard to see how it does with blurring and some better outdoor lighting conditions. And we'll also see how bad it jitters around while I'm walking, trying to hold it steady. I can even walk over here, whoops, if I not step on the packaging, walk over here to the door, and you can actually see what I'm doing instead of being one big blurry mess with this white spatch in the end here where the window is. So yeah, a lot better on this camera. But when you walk outside, the Jazz camera doesn't do too bad. The frame rate seems to go up, it gets less blurry, but very bright outside, so I guess it has trouble with low light conditions, which, to be honest, a lot of cameras do have a problem with, but it's just not one that good cameras have a problem with. Okay, I'm going to be doing the rest of this review just to finish up here to show you as a comparison directly between this camera that I normally use, which is just your simple point and shoot digital camera, and this new camcorder that I just bought. As you can see from the videos earlier, low light conditions are not good. Outdoors a little better. The microphone actually seems to be pretty good on it, all things considered. And for $20 it is really, really cheap. But me personally, I'm somewhat of a high quality fanatic when it comes to videos and pictures and such like that, so I personally will probably be taking it back because it's just not what I'm looking for. But if you're looking for just a cheap, really expensive camera that does work and supports a nice accessible format, this may be your answer right here. This little black plastic camera, I mean, for 20 bucks it's really hard to beat, especially for something that does work and works actually like it should. It doesn't, you know, you turn it on and you take photos or pictures that are completely unrecognizable. I would like to point out though that my cell phone actually is a better video camera and still picture camera than this camcorder. So odds are if you have a cell phone like this is a Motorola, it has a 5 megapixel camera in it. If you have a cell phone like this, odds are the video that it can take is going to be better than the video that this camera can take. So you may want to take that in mind. And actually, just to show you, here's a video of me and a friend bouncing around in a pickup truck off-road taken with this camera.
Grand photo like that, there you go. You got it? It's gonna be shaky. That's alright. Woo! Check that out.
Wow, and as you can see, this camera and this phone takes pretty good photos and pretty good pretty good video. So you may want to take that in mind as well. But to be honest, I really can't say whether or not this is a bad product or not. For the price, it's probably a good product, even though it is a cheap product. So let me point that out. Pretty much you get what you pay for. You know, you paid for something cheap and you got something on the cheap. So I guess it all works out in the end.